Tebsding? There we go. Alright, coolio. I figured it out.
Would you figured it out, fancy that?
Okay. So basically, I'm here with this here, what do these call them? Tire liced, I think. Anywho, so this is for the Slinger ammo in Monster Hunter World, because, you know, I feel very, very strongly about my Slinger ammo, and so that's why I'm here now. I decided to go ahead and record my opinion about them live. So Bomb Pod, Easy S. It deals a small amount of damage on impact, but then it like falls like a crag, you know, and then it deals a decent chunk of damage, staggers the monster. Real good, real good. You can hold 3, real good. Alright. Bright Moss, pretty average, right? You can hold 7, so you get a decent amount of ammo, but it lights up caves. If you have your gamma turned way down, that's real good. But you know, not much damage or anything. Burst, that's between an S and an A. I'm gonna put it in A for now, because Burst, Crystal Burst is really good, really good. You know, it staggers the monster. You can hold 5 of them, and then it cracks into a bunch of pieces. Nice AOE splash explosion. So if you're fighting small monsters, bop, you just hit them with a Crystal Burst, and like 3 monsters take damage, and they all stagger. It's real good. Dragon Pod, that one's an easy S. Dragon Pod is something that I believe only drops from dragons, or at least dragon elemental monsters, like perhaps Devil Hill. But when you pick it up, you get 7, which is a good amount of ammo, and these apply Elder Seal, which is super good for fighting Elder Dragons. You know, you get Elder Seal on them. They lose like half of their kit. It makes the fight super easy. Easiest tier. Dung Pod. I'm gonna go with A tier on this one, because classic, right? Dung Bomb. You fighting too many monsters at once, or Mr. Devil Host shows up uninvited, throw some poop at them. They're like, geez, I got poop on me. Now I smell bad, and I gotta get away from the smell bad, so I'm gonna get the heck out of here. It's like spraying a mosquito with off. Just put it right on, and they'll never be able to get away from it. It's horrible. It's horrible for them. Don't do that. But it's, you know, that's an example. Flash bombs, that's going in S tier. I mean, knock a monster out of the air, make them blind, like, huge advantage, especially if you time it well. There's a few niche situations, you know, like, I mean, heck, I've used it for gathering, like in the Rotten Vale, you know, like those gyros, what with their icky sticky effluvium, they want to come up and bite you and take half your health and then paralyze you and then bite you some more. So, you know, all you gotta do, just throw a flash bomb, psh, they're all blind. Just gather what you need, get out of there. Knives. I love knives. However, I'm putting them in D tier because they're super rare. As far as I know, the only way you can get knives in Monster Hunter World is by, quote-unquote, killing Gajalaka, which is to say that they get hurt enough that they're like, geez, I'm out of here. And then, you know, they dig in the ground and leave behind a little item, which may or may not be a knife. And then it's either already got a status element on it, or it's just a plain knife, and you can combine it with, you know, like paralysis and fire or whatever, just make it special. But you get like 1, maybe 2. So if there was more, if there was an easy way to get these and, like, you know, you could actually keep them between quests, A tier. But so rare, D tier. Scatter. Now, scatter nuts are really good. I'm going to put those in A tier with burst because they are the same thing. Wait, did I say you can get 7 burst? Because you can get 5. 5 of each. 5 scatter, 5 burst. And they both have the same properties. You know, good AoE splash, stagger the monster. You can hold a decent amount of them. Good stuff. Piercing pod. I'm going to put those in B. They are really good because they deal 3 times damage if you can send it through the monster. You can hold 3, which is less than I'd like, but you know, they stagger the monster too, so I'm gonna put those in B tier. Red Pit, F tier. You can hold 15? Sure, why not? Like, who's going to use 15 red pits? Puddle? E tier. It's only above F because you can hold 7, which is a decent amount, and if you're fighting certain monsters like the Baroth, and that's the only one I can think of that it actually works on at the moment, but it covers itself in mud. Just hit it with a puddle pod, mud falls right off. Easy. Screamer. Such a niche use. They have a use, so I'm putting them in E, but I have never carried a Screamer pod. I don't think I used one at all in the entirety of Monster Hunter World. And even in previous games, I didn't use Screamer pods, or bombs. What did they call them in the old games? Sonic Bomb, yeah. Anyway, didn't use them. Good on Diablos, not much else. Thorn pod, I'm going to put those in F2. They stagger the monster, sure. You can hold 2. That's it, just 2. And to get any damage out of them, like you throw it, it sticks to the monster with like, 1 or 2 damage. And then you have to follow up and hit it, so it bursts for little damage. Bomb pod, little damage, falls, explodes, big damage. Freaking Thorn pod sticks, little damage, and then it lasts like maybe 3 seconds. I don't even know. You have to follow up and hit it for it to burst. It doesn't do it automatically. And you can only hold 2. Don't like it. Stone, surprising. I'll put it in D tier. Way above red pit, because you can hold 15 red pit, and they don't do anything. You can hold 20 stones, and they also don't do anything, but it has a high ammo count, and they're freaking everywhere, so they're the easiest thing in the world to find. I mean, you just shoot stuff out of the air if you need to. D tier. Torch pods. Yeah, C tier. Because those things, you can use them to disperse the effluvium, which I've never done. Not intentionally, anyway. But they do fire damage. So if you're against a monster that's weak to fire, torch pod obviously not going to do much damage, but it does do elemental damage. So it has its use. And here you go. This is my official tier list for Slinger ammo. And honestly, I hope to see more bombs in the next one when Rise comes out. And I mean, whether or not they have a Slinger in the same sense, I want something that I can pick up on the field, throw at a monster, and it'll heckin' blow them up. That's bomb pods. Best of the best.